Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
What is happening, fam? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it is politics, sports, pop, culture, or the latest buzz. As always, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Look, on today's conversation, it's all things politics, man. We got some hip hop stars getting political, and in my opinion, I think they're making a fool of themselves, but I will speak a little more about that later on the program. Also, boxing legend Mike Tyson is advocating for he's joining former athletes in the I guess the rise of some sort of marijuana. Exactly what he's doing is urging this new administration to deliver on the cannabis reform after Biden's failed pledge. So he is joining other athletes, as I mentioned in the last program. Gavin Newsome, California Governor Gavin Newsome, is suing Fox News for quite a large amount of money, and yeah, so he's taking it to where it hurts, is their pockets. And then also in the program, UVA President resigns because he was not going to bend the knee over the the uh uh the call to oust diversity, equity, and inclusion programs um given by the Department of Justice. So, well, given by this administration, he was wanting to. He did not want to remove the, I believe, the DEI programs, and so of course they were. The administration was going to make his life a living hell, and he said, you know what, let me just resign. So there's a lot of students standing behind their president, and hey, all I can say is, good job for you, buddy. But we're gonna talk about it here on the program, and so much more. So again, y'all, thank you for taking 1 hour of your time to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your friend, your homie, coming to you on this wonderful evening to bring it to you straight shot, no chaser. You know what I mean? Zero sugar coating. Couldn't get that word out. And yeah. So before I move forward, look, y'all. I mention this every time during the show, but if you haven't yet, please follow us on our social media platforms. We're available on Instagram, Blue Sky, X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as Substack. You can follow us on all of those available and selected social media platforms. You can also visit our website. Visit theagshow.com, www.theagshow.com, where you can catch up on recent episodes that you might have missed. Also, you can contact me through there. You can send us an email if you would love to hear a topic on our program, or just ways, if you want to advertise with us, you can contact us through our website. Our email is available on there. And so yeah, check out our amazing website. Again, that website is www.theagshow.com. Also, my friends, multiple ways you can tune into the program. You can stream us on YouTube. Like and subscribe if you're watching us right now. I truly appreciate that. Share with a friend as well. We want to keep on growing our viewership numbers and our subscribers. We're doing a great job. We are high in the six figures as far as all around views for our channel. So we would love to continue to keep that momentum going. Also, you can stream us on Rumble for all my strong conservative listeners. Look, I'm on Rumble too, so I want to make sure y'all hear me. I want to make sure y'all see me. So yeah, we're on that platform as well. You can also do me a favor, download the Goatverse TV app. Goat first, greatest of all time, verse TV. You can check the Arrington Gavin show on that platform. It's an amazing platform. It's a growing independent streaming channel where you can get shows like The Bare Naked Truth. Where else you can check out the Arrington Gavin show, as well as the Full Package, which is a singing songwriting competition. It's just been it started. It's a new program, a new show that's streaming on Goatverse TV. So please download the Goatverse TV app, App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. Let's see what else I'm missing. You can listen to us on all major podcast platforms. So wherever you get your podcast, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin show. You can also listen to us on the radio airwaves. Look, we're continuing to grow our voice, our message, our conversation. We're growing in selected radio stations across the country, like our friends in the New Orleans area that's probably listening to us right now. Shout out New Orleans. Who Dat Nation, I call them. New Orleans by way of WBOK 1230 AM. Again, what New Orleans is talking about. You can tune to the Arrington Gavin show weeknights at 7 p.m. Central Time. Then we're going to head all the way to the Metro Atlanta area. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin show by way of WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. You can tune into the show weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Only on that again WDJY 99.1 FM. So look, we are growing, y'all. We continue to get our message across, and so we just love to give you great conversations, great guests. I got some great guests lined up for the upcoming shows. Some of my fam from the Goatverse TV channel. Got some folks coming from there that I'm going to be bringing on, and so much more, because it is election season. All right, a lot of y'all we completed the primary, so now it's go time. It's go time. So we got a lot of stuff in store for you here on the Arrington Gavin show. Before we move forward, let me go ahead and instead of doing a fun fact of the day, we got a Black Excellence Report. Something that really caught my attention, y'all. Let me go see if I can bring up this soundbite. Here we go. So when I saw this clip really just, it touched me. Why? Because it's something that it needs to be shared and like put out to the masses, specifically in the Black community. So this right here is a Texas judge recently confronted a man for wearing a Black Excellence t-shirt after revealing he has multiple kids with different women. And you know what that judge said? She said, "That's not Black Excellence, sir." Let me go and play this real quick.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
4, 3, 2, 1, 6 months.
And where are they? Who are they with?
Their mothers.
How many mothers?
3.
All right. That is not Black excellence. The fact that you're here is not Black excellence, unless that's the name of a building. But I'm assuming it's not. So you are not showing Black excellence to your ancestors or to your mother, your grandmother, or anyone. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So don't wear Black excellence if you're not showing it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you employed? No.
Ooh. 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 That thing. Ooh. Ooh, that thing didn't it give you chills? Maybe it just gave me chills. Cause people it's time to speak up, y'all. I'm sorry, it's time to speak up. Now, I'm no parent. And the reason why I say is because it happens at a young age too. Now, this man is a father with multiple children. I counted maybe 4 or 5. He said three different mothers, and he's over here getting arrested wearing a Black Excellence t-shirt. You damn right. I'm glad that Texas judge said what she said. By the way, y'all, for those who are listening to us, that Texas judge was a Black woman. All right, it was a Black woman who was directing her frustration in a calm way, basically showing how disappointed she was by looking at she was speaking to a black man, a grown black man wearing a t-shirt that said Black Excellence. He was wearing Black Excellence. He was wearing t-shirts that said Black Excellence while in cuffs. Okay. And the sad thing is, you can tell he was raised by good people, because what do you hear him saying? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Where did that start? There was somebody in his life that provided him guidance, yet something took a left turn. Y'all, it frustrates me more when I see our brothers and sisters do stupid stuff and will get locked up for it. That's why folks always say, as a black man or as a black woman, you got to work 20 times harder, 10 times harder in your work environment, wherever you do, because statistics will already put you in a group. They will put you in a place where, oh, they're not going to make it too far. No. So I again commend and I thank this Texas judge. I didn't get her name, but I want to thank her for sticking it to this dude, because he needs to get the reality check from somebody, and probably didn't get that from past judges. But she said, no, you don't deserve to wear that shirt, Black Excellence. That's not Black Excellence. She said, and to my knowledge, I don't think that's named after a building. So that's why I decided to share this dude for our Black Excellence report, y'all, because we have to continue to promote the message that Black excellence is, for one, it's earned. Two, it takes a lot of hard work. For somebody that's listening to this show right now, you're probably going through something that you could be, or hanging with the wrong crowd, or you probably were the head case back in the day, and now you're trying to guide some young individuals, young boys or young girls, to doing the right thing. Look, I do it all the time, working in community service, right? I'll have a nonprofit. I'm working with youth. It's the reason why I'm working with youth, because that adolescent age, man, if you don't give them the proper guidance, man, they're gonna say, bump that, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and they end up doing some stuff that they regret. So I just had to put that up there, because that thing really it shook me, y'all. It really did. It shook me. But look, we got a lot more show for you. So look, you are tuning into the Arrington Gavin show. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna get going with some of our headlines. So don't go anywhere. You listen to the Arrington Gavin show.
Just like a winning team evolves throughout the season, so does your beard. I'm Arrington Gavin, proud CEO of Rugged Evolution Beard Care. With our premium oils, balms, and grooming tools, it's everything you need to level up your beard game. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a rookie, Rugged Evolution is the new smooth. Order now and dominate the beard game like never before. Rugged Evolution Beard Care, because every beard deserves to be legendary.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit, and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs. and we're going to bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
What is dedication?
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
What is happening, y'all? Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. Let's get it going with our first headline. As I spoke earlier, in recent news, the president of the University of Virginia had recently resigned. Says here that UVA responds to DOJ call to oust their president, Jim Ryan. Now, this is reported by CBS 19 News. Says here that the University of Virginia is responding to reports the U.S. Department of Justice wants to oust UVA President Jim Ryan. A UVA spokesperson released a statement recently saying UVA is committed to complying with all federal laws and has been cooperating with the Department of Justice in ongoing inquiries. The federal government's support of the universities is essential to continue the core mission of research, education, and clinical care. Now, this was first reported by the New York Times, saying the DOJ claimed Ryan has not been fully complying with an executive order removing diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Now, for example, at a recent UVA Board of Visitors meeting, UVA renamed its Equity Center as the Center for Community Partnerships instead of getting rid of the center entirely. So at first it was named the Equity Center, but then they renamed it to Community of Partnerships. The original Equity Center was created in 2019 to address ongoing concerns that UVA was ignoring issues and complaints about how it treated certain parts of the community in Charlottesville. Now, once again, I get so it's not the fact that I get like ill, but I get truly pissed. Why? Because the folks that you're always trying to explain just the importance of embracing diversity, providing opportunities in equal parts, they always want to give the back and forth like, oh my gosh, why do we always have to bring race into it? We're all Americans here. Whatever happened, just create. Until you see, because here's the thing, these stories happen on a regular. People want to assume because segregation is gone, that means racism is just, it goes with no, racism still exists, discrimination still, hate still exists, right? Women are still underpaid even though they're highly qualified. Ish is happening. And so what kills me is that we have somebody in office that wants to take away all of that. So he's supposed to make America great again. Make America great again. Again, we always ask the question, when was it bad. When was America, right? You want to make America great again, meaning that you're trying to go back to a period when America was just excellent. But if you go back, what years you going back, bro? Because it'll let you trying to take it back some years where I might not be allowed in a certain building. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like that you want to bring this back to where there were opposing water fountains. Okay, this water fountain you get to have here, you get to you sit in the back. That's what it sounds like in my opinion. Now, let me get to you this story. It says here that the calls for Ryan to step down started with the Jefferson's Council, a conservative group of alumni that says Ryan's leadership has led to a series of events and scandals that have damaged the university's core values and reputation. Like what? I'm interested. What has occurred that has ruined his reputation? They won't name because they can't name. They're just for some reason all these groups that are created from UVA. All this is just a little cocktail group, right? It's just a group just to hang. It ain't nothing serious. We're the Jefferson's Council, a conservative group of alumni that we believe that this, that, and that is it. It's disgusting. But here's a funny thing, though. Here's a funny thing. So Jim Ryan has received so much let's see here. He's received so much support from students. There was a clip that actually showed uh a variety of current students, I think, wanted to go on a run with him or just standing up for him outside his home because they're like, this is not right. This is not right. Even Virginia U.S. Senator Mark Warner warns that if Trump's administration can pressure university president to resign, they can do it anywhere. And that's absolutely true. Look, this is just a perfect example of what the administration has done just in the media space, right? We've seen ABC News cave in. We've seen MSNBC cave in. We've seen CNN cave in. And you're probably saying, Arrington, what do you mean? Can you share an example? Yes, I will. CNN demoted Jim Acosta, a gentleman who was doing phenomenal in his time slot at a 10 a.m. time slot. But guess what? He was a huge critic of Donald Trump. So what did they do? They said, let's move Jim Acosta from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. What? So you're moving him from being seen mostly on the cable space on linear television to what? What are you going to put him in? I don't know, like as a fill-in host? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Moving on to ABC. ABC parted ways with their one of their chief correspondents. Oh man, I am blanking on his name. But he was there for 30 years. And because he criticized a staffer, I believe, was it Stephen Miller? I think it was Stephen Miller, uh, a chief of staff at the Trump White House, or one of the senior staff members there. They basically said, "Oh, you can't be doing that." 30 years, 30 years. That man let go. MSNBC, they let go so many voices, and some of them left on their own terms, which was smart. They couldn't really say no, I was fired, but it was you canceled the Joy Reid show, or the Readout. You canceled her show. She left because she was like, okay, look, I'm not going to just be like a political commentator after hosting 3 programs on this network. Katie Fain, both of them said deuces. Now you got now he's moving to education. He's moving to education. He's moving to a university. He's already criticized any university that allowed protests during the whole Gaza thing. Let me go ahead and share this right here. Senator Mark Warner, a Democrat of Virginia, recently said what he describes as an outrageous pressure campaign by the Trump administration amid of a federal investigation into University of Virginia, which, as I spoken earlier, led to a resignation of their current president. Quote here from the senator says here, "This is the most outrageous action I think this crowd has taken on education." He was speaking on Face the Nation with Margaret Brennan. We have great public universities in Virginia, which is absolutely right. Just to name some, you have William & Mary, UVA, Virginia Tech, Norfolk State, Hampton University, Virginia Wesleyan, Old Dominion University, Christopher Newport, Randolph. No, it was Randolph. Yeah, Randolph Macon, I believe, is in Virginia. Is it? I believe so. University of Richmond, VCU. I mean, the list goes on and on. We have a very strong governance system where we have an independent board of visitors appointed by the governor, Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan had done a very good job, just completed a major capital campaign. For him to be threatened, and literally there was indication that they received a letter that if he didn't resign by like 5 o'clock, all these cuts would take place. And that sounds a bit right. That sounds right, because there was, I forgot who I was I forgot who. I was just hearing about folks sharing their thoughts on the Democratic nominee for mayor out in New York City, Zohran Mamdani, and they were just saying, asking the president, "Hey, look, what's your thoughts on this guy?" Well, he's not a good guy. I'm not happy about it. Feel bad for New York City. If he doesn't comply, well, guess what? We're gonna hit it where it hurts. We're gonna avoid giving them any kind of federal grants, and that's what we're gonna do, because he's gonna respect me. He's gonna like me. All right. He better damn well. All right. Before I just take it out their pockets. And it's so sickening because the administration would rather suffer all these students at this university that comes to UVA for an education. And here's my thing. As a student, you grow at college or at a university. That's where you grow. That's where you shine. That's where you learn. Because they're preparing you for the real world. So the fact of the matter is that he's embracing diversity, equity, inclusion. Guess what? That is a very, very great thing to do at college, because you might come from, look, I remember I met some friends. I made friends that, hey, their parents might have didn't weren't too cool with people of color, right? But because that wasn't in their heart, they made friends, and they learned amongst different cultures. You learn so much in college, y'all. So once again, I mean, a true act of, in my opinion, hatred. I mean, we are talking about an administration that wants to put an end to the Department of Education. So obviously, he doesn't care about youth or helping those, especially in impoverished neighborhoods that need the funding. Well, I don't even know why they even have a secretary of the Department of Education who's not nowhere near qualified for that position, might I ask. So it's a lot, but this is just one of many crazy things that's happened so far under this new second, I guess I won't say under this new administration, but under the Trump 2.0 administration. If you would love to read more on this article here, be sure to check out, this is reported by cbsnews.com. Before I close and move on to another story here, just wanted to bring back some other stories that are similar to this. So the DOJ is also probing the University of California systems, hiring practices, investigation whether efforts to boost faculty diversity violated federal anti-discrimination laws. Let's see. The most prominent among the Ivy League schools targeted by the Trump administration had been Harvard University. In June, the Trump administration moved to block new international students from enrolling at Harvard, accusing the university of failing to report disciplinary records and calling it no longer a trustworthy steward of international programs. A federal judge issued a temporary restraining order and later extended it, describing the administration actions as unconstitutional retaliation. The judge describing the administration's actions as unconstitutional. Unconstitutional. The Trump administration also revoked Harvard Student and Exchange Visitor Program certification, froze research funding, and pressed the university on DEI policies and campus protests. Harvard has sued, calling the actions politically motivated and a threat to academic freedom. It's the truth. It's the truth. Private institutions should have the right to do what they want to do. Now, public institutions, I get it because hey, if you're a state funded, I get it, but I still think it's just I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Maybe just me, but I just feel as though this administration, man, it's a bully mentality. It really is. It really is, and it's just it's disgusting. It truly is. It's a disgusting act, in my opinion. As I digress from this story, y'all, let's go ahead and move it on. We're gonna keep it in the realm of politics here. Let me go ahead. What do I have next here? Yeah, let's talk about the governor. Let's talk about the governor of California. California. Let's talk about the governor of California, Gavin Newsome. Gavin Newsome he's an interesting guy, by the way. There's moments where I'm like, I agree with you, and there's some moments that just he will do something that I'm like, that was a bit tacky, right? That was a bit tacky. I'm going to play this soundbite right here because recently it was announced that he was filing a lawsuit against Fox News, and I think it was because they were calling him a liar on national television. Let me go ahead and play this for you, and we'll talk on the other side.
California Governor Gavin Newsom is suing Fox News. Newsom announced the almost $1 billion suit on X today, saying, "No more lies. I'm suing Fox News for $787 million. The California governor's lawsuit alleges the network defamed him and accuses it of misrepresenting a call President Trump claimed to have had with Newsom. Joining me now is the Hill's White House columnist, Niall Details on the $787 million voting systems after being accused of defamation. Can you tell us more about this phone call at the heart of this lawsuit?
Yeah, so basically what is at the heart of this lawsuit is Fox's editing of a clip of President Trump in which it left out the words "a day ago," thus removing the specific timing that Trump had talked about on a phone call. The reason this is significant briefly is it goes back to the whole debate about deploying the National Guard to Los Angeles. There was an earlier phone call between Trump and Newsom, which Newsom had publicly acknowledged. Then when Trump made these remarks about calling him a day ago, at a later point, Newsom said that call didn't happen. And Fox said Newsom was lying when he said that it didn't happen. It doesn't appear that he was lying. He was drawing a distinguishing mark between the timing that Trump had cited and an earlier phone call, which he, Newsom, had already acknowledged took place.
So okay, so let's backtrack here. So California Governor Gavin Newsom is accusing Fox News of a defamation in a lawsuit alleging the network should fork over, you heard it, $787 million, which in my opinion, I think that was either the exact number or close to the number the loss the network had faced in one of the previous elections, where it was defamation brought with the whole voting, the election fraud, and all that other stuff. But this came about after host Jesse Waters claimed Newsome lied about his phone calls with Trump, who ordered National Guard troops to Los Angeles this month. Now, Newsome's lawyers argue Waters' program uh, uh, misleadingly edited a video of Trump to support the claim. Now, here's my thing: Jesse Waters is by far one of the I I can't say what I want to say, but let's just say I'm not a fan of Jesse Waters. Really, who is a fan of Jesse Waters? Who, like, seriously, by a show of hands, who loves Jesse Waters? Um, Jesse Waters is one of the premier or one of the, I guess, one of the stars of Fox News. Why do I say that? Because he's on twice a day, 5 days a week. He's a host of the highest rated program, co-host of the highest rated program, The Five. He's also hosts his own primetime show called Jesse Waters Primetime. Jesse Waters, in my opinion, is not a true journalist. He wants to be he wants to be looked upon as a serious guy, but he wants to always crack jokes. And the thing is, he's not funny. Ooh, sorry to break it to you, Jesse, but you're not. And so he does this stuff with this smirk on his face, and I'm like, dude, like, why? Just quit while you can. Like, what? Why do they push? Why do they even put the camera to this guy all the time? Like, he is messing up your. Really, the channel alone is just. But you know what's funny, and people have to realize when you hear about how the numbers are so high, viewing numbers and ratings are so high on Fox News, you have to understand Fox News has a very large older demographic, right? Very older demographic. People that watch Fox News is 60s and up. They retired, they got nothing else to do but watch TV. All right. So when you hear like, oh my gosh, everybody's watching Fox. Look, everybody want Fox News youth is extremely low. Extremely low. But guess what? Young people are not watching cable television like that. Why? Because damn it, we either working or we watch something on a streaming platform. So I just want to throw that out there. But it says here that the Democratic likely presidential hopeful request for damages in nearly identical to the 787.5 million sum Fox News paid the Dominion voting systems in 2013 to settle another defamation case over election falsehoods. Now, and it comes amid a spate of lawsuits that from Trump against major media and other companies. As I mentioned, Trump had sued, I believe, CBS News. He sued ABC News. He sued a lot of platforms. He's suing everybody. Quote here says, if Fox News wants to lie to the American people on Donald Trump's behalf, it should face consequences just like it did in the Dominion case. He recently told Politico that in a statement, until Fox is willing to be truthful, I will keep fighting against their propaganda machine. Fox News in a statement said Governor Newsom's transparent publicity stunt is frivolous and designed to chill free speech critical of him. We will defend this case vigorously and look forward to it being dismissed. Let me read here. It says here, public officials must clear an extremely high legal standard to prevail in defamation cases, as the U.S. Supreme Court established six decades ago in New York Times versus Sullivan. But the lawsuit's filing marks a pointed escalation in Newsom's feud with the Republican president and his allies in media. Now, Newsom is suing in his personal capacity and has agreed to pay any possible fines or penalties from his campaign account, aides said. And proceeds from the case to Newsom would be dismissed. disseminated to anti-Trump causes. Now, I mentioned earlier about the ABC case, which they agreed to pay, Trump $15 million to settle defamation case over George Stephanopoulos' inaccurate claims that Trump was found civilly liable for rape. Trump, in another lawsuit, accused CBS 60 Minutes last fall of misleadingly editing an interview with former President Kamala Harris during the 2024 presidential race. Now, my question is, well, for one, does the governor have a case? Right? I think nowadays it's almost like the court systems are being used as political weapons, in my opinion. He could definitely have a case. Look, Fox News lost that. If they lost that major case with Dominion voting systems, I think they can pretty much, they already have a big target on their backs. Now, it coming from Newsome, could it be another way of showing that, hey, look, maybe he is building up not just a case, but also a campaign for a higher office. Now, he's already served as governor, but could he be running for something higher office? Look, it showed him with the podcast, right? Getting his face in front of the media, showing how he can talk with people on all sides of the aisle. Boom, that's when now you have this. It's interesting. It's interesting in my opinion. But we will continue to follow up with more new news with this case. But hey, it's the world we live in, y'all. It's the world we live in. Look, my friends, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. We still got some more show for you here on the Arrington Gavin Show. We'll be back after these commercial breaks. Don't go anywhere.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up. Yeah, this that new GoatVerse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of the app he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Jazeera Learning Institute, LLC, is a hybrid learning center that strives to educate adults and children in all fields. During the day, we offer programs that are focused on developing students from pre-K to 12th grade, which includes tutoring, homeschool co-op, an after-school program, SAT, ACT prep, and many more engaging academic programs. Our adult education programs include workforce trainings, GED prep, life coaching, various seminars, and many more. Our vision is to train and educate in a positive way that will lead to a positive change in the world, one person at a time. For more information, visit us online at JazeeraLearningInstitute.com or call us at 757-208-7407.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
All right, my friends, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. So next up, boxing legend Mike Tyson joins Fox and Friends as a coalition of athletes push for marijuana law changes. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up this clip of Mike Tyson. All right, no, let me stop because I am not a fighter. I'm a lover, and Mike Tyson is still very much an intimidating man. Yeah, don't let that last fight he had with Jake Paul think that Mike Tyson don't fight, because I personally think that was staged. But anyway, let me go ahead and play this clip from Fox and Friends when they were speaking with the boxing legend.
This is something they wanted to do for so many years, but didn't know how to go about doing it. And I was just blessed enough to have the perfect team for this particular genre of sports or whatever it was, medicine and Weldon. We got to put this in perspective. The Weldon Angels are also helping us work this rescheduling out, and I'm just so happy to be a part of this and being part of all the other athletes, not knowing that they were really with this whole situation and making cannabis legal. I never knew other athletes wanted that as well.
So that was just a little just a little bit of Mike Tyson speaking on Fox and Friends. So let me report this. This is reported by Fox News. Boxing legend Mike Tyson is among a fleet of star athletes and entertainers behind the push for cannabis reform. Now, urging President Donald Trump to deliver on a failed pledge from former President Joe Biden to address marijuana related injustices. Now, somebody that they should take notes for is Governor of Maryland, Wes Moore, because the governor of Maryland had let me see he had issued, oh shoot, messed up my stuff. Give me 1 second, y'all. He had issued pardons on over like 7, let's see, he had pardoned 175,000 Maryland conviction possession convictions. So I mean, he's doing what's right, because there are now it's saying it went up, pardons nearly 7,000 of cannabis misdemeanors. Woo. So that's going up. So when it comes to marijuana, there are people that are being criminalized on small amounts, small minor charges. Now, as far as athletes are concerned, they are fighting for, I believe, I guess, usage for during season, because hey, if they catch marijuana for during season for pro athletes, that's a hefty fine, maybe even a long suspension. But it says here that cannabis is in the same category as heroin. How do you categorize it with heroin? Anybody that would smoke cannabis knows there are no comparisons, and that's just ridiculous. That's what Tyson has said. Now, I'll be honest, and I might tick some people off with this. I'm all for medical purposes, medical marijuana. I'm all for it, right? But the hard thing is, y'all, and the question you're going to hear is, can marijuana build up a certain addiction that can lead to other drugs? Can it lead to that? Right? I'm just playing little devil's advocate here. I've seen, in my opinion, I've seen firsthand people abuse it. I'll be honest. Not everybody got cataracts. Not everybody had migraines. Like, I can be driving my car in the morning and I smell it in the atmosphere. First thing. Now you telling me everybody, like, okay, what's the real reason? You know what I mean? Like, I remember God bless her soul, my grandmother used like cannabis cream, hemp cream, I think it was, or hemp oil, on joints and this and that, and it helped. It benefited. She didn't feel a thing. I have partaken in gummies. Right, I cut a little bit because why? I have problems sleeping. So I take one, boom, I'm out just like that. Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, Arrington, then in that case, shouldn't you limit alcohol, right? Because alcohol, there have been results of people that, it can become addicting, and it can lead to bad things, right? Drunk driving, you name it. But as far as the car crashes comparison to driving drunk, I mean, they still, the statistic is still much higher for DUIs. But I think there should be certain restrictions with that. I don't think, and it's funny because I have good friends that are fans of the herb, and they will probably say otherwise, right? They will disagree with me, obviously, but I just think sometimes I've seen it get abused. I've seen it personally. Now, what's your take on marijuana, y'all? Do y'all want it to just fully be legal? Do you want it to just fully just like, oh, just all people can buy as much as they want to, people can smoke as much as they want to, and still do their thing, right? Uh Says here that the coalition of athletes and entertainers supporting President Trump's policy objectives, which also includes NBA star uh, Kevin Durant and former NFL star Des Bryant, penned a letter to the White House to plead their case. Um, the letter highlighted three main points in their proposed reform: clemency for nonviolent marijuana offenses, support for marijuana rescheduling, or in other words, changing its current classifications as a Schedule 1 substance to a Schedule 3 substance, and ending discriminatory banking practices. Tyson said the group is working on opening up safe banking for those in the cannabis business who are currently unable to get loans. Uh, there's over 500,000 people that can't get loans because they're in the cannabis business alone. And that's just so ridiculous. It's such a great income for the country. He also argued that cannabis is not a drug and is instead a form of medicine that gave him a new lease of life. Now, look, for Mike Tyson, it gave him a new lease of life income wise because Mike Tyson, prior to being an investor in the cannabis industry, uh, and Tyson still had money. Let me see. Hold on, real quick. Let's see here. So Tyson. So before that, yes, Tyson was still getting money, but he wasn't getting the amount of money he's getting today. All right. He's making bank. There's literally I think he started a podcast where he can smoke weed on. There's literally he has his own gummy line, and he invested in long like making bank from marijuana. Uh Says here that Tyson's holistic uh early venture, while an older source stated that Tyson Holistic was making about $1 million a month. Um, and then his ranch, Tyson's initial cannabis venture, a 40-acre farm in California, generated annual revenues exceeding $20 million. So another reason why Tyson's such an advocate for this, look, this is one of his primary revenue sources. Come on now. Let's see here. Tyson 2.0, his current cannabis brand Tyson 2.0 has achieved rapid growth and significant financial success. In 2023, revenue estimates suggest that Tyson 2.0 generated 150 million in revenue in 2023, with approximately 30% stemming from cannabis sales and the remainder from accessories and other products. Now, in 2024, Tyson 2.0 reported annual revenue exceeded $50 million in 2024, with projections to reach 75 million in 2025. So again, this man is making buku money off of marijuana. So of course he's gonna embrace the love of of marijuana. He's gonna embrace it. Um Let me see here. Um it's all about how it's getting used. It can all lead to how it's getting used because certain legalizations gives the what's the word I'm looking for? It gives the clearance for medical doctors to prescribe to their patients, certain amounts, or just to prescribe in general. Because I think previously there were some difficulties for that. Tyson, another quote I says here, I could not live. I was going crazy without cannabis. I was just going absolute mad, fighting people in the streets, giving wild responses back to people. Can I help you? And then it's done so much for me. It's given me a new life. So to speak all the reckless troubles I was getting into as a kid, that's not happening now as an adult. Okay. Now my question was, were you did that help you with your Jake Paul fight? Did I do that? No. Oh, too soon, Arrington. Was too soon? But y'all, I think this will be an interesting story. Let's see if the current administration keeps a hold of their promise, because it looks like from past folks they haven't received not a one completed promise that was given by President Trump. So many folks are saying, wow, I regret this. I regret voting for him. I regret endorsing him. I regret telling folks to vote for this guy because he is not keeping up with his promises. You have elected officials that are not seeking re-election because they don't want to be a part of this current administration. They don't want to be involved. They don't want to be around. Republican elected officials, by the way, not even Democrat officials, Republican elected officials are saying, wait a minute, you're cutting what? You're cutting what kind of funding? This, that, like, it's once again, you want to say, we tried to tell y'all, but no, nobody wants to ever listen. Look, here's the thing. One thing you have to realize is there is no loyalty when it comes to this administration. None whatsoever. No loyalty. So to with Tyson, coming and saying, hey, look, we want to hope that you can abide by these promises. And look, shame on the previous administration for not following that pledge. If you say you're going to do so, why not do it? And I just think that's always unfair. I think for me, seeing elected officials make a promise during campaign season, it's just it. I'm like, just do your job. Do your job. If you mentally, if you in your head, that this could be a great accomplishment, you can do this within the 4 years, then do it. But don't just throw out promises and realize that I'm probably not gonna meet this promise, but I'm not gonna tell the folks that. I gotta stay in office. I gotta get these votes. Like, come on. That stuff gets old. It gets extremely old, and you turn out to be the bad guy. You turn out to be the person that no one would ever risk a vote. Sometimes stuff like that can affect the public's the public's response on that party's credibility, So again, I just say we will see in further stuff, but until next time, my friends, look, y'all take care. Peace and blessings. Be sure to stay informed. Be sure to vote. Be sure to read up on your local government. You got some local races, state races happening around the country. So be sure to stay informed and continue to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. I'll see y'all on another great episode. Again, Monday through Fridays, available on all streaming digital platforms as well as on the radio airwaves. Peace and blessings. I'm out.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.